Here with head football coach Joel Taylor ahead of a Week 12 matchup, the regular season finale with Utah Tech. Wolves are coming off a win at North Alabama. Coach will start with an opening statement, then we'll field questions.
Yeah, good win. Went up to Florence and got the victory. I think it was the first time in a long time, West Georgia's went up there and got the victory in Florence. And we faced a really good North Alabama team. I know their record does not dictate that, but they're a well-coached, good football team that plays really, really hard. It was an ugly game, but it was a game that we got a chance to win. And when I talk about it was ugly, I thought we, had a lot of, sins in that game that we gotta, get corrected. But it kind of slowed us down a little bit. But I thought, some guys played really well. I think, Davin played really good. Carson Yancey played good. Michael Thurman played good. So we had some daggone bright spots, and we were able to do a good job in the second half and, come back and win the football game. But other than that, we got to play better if we, want to beat, Utah Tech coming in here on Saturday. Questions?
So, Coach, we saw Latrell Morrell kind of come alive for the first time in a few weeks. What did you think of his performance on Saturday?
It was awesome, man. We went down 14-3, and he had that huge run with the 55-yarder, man. Davin actually made a great check. They got into a certain type of defense. He made the check, and offensive line did a tremendous job of blocking everybody up, and Latrell got a chance to get through a hole, and those holes haven't been there for him the last, 3 weeks. So it was good to see him, and he was healthy as well, coming off the bye week. So that was good to see him. I think he had about 130 yards, a couple of big runs for us, and we need to have that, from him. So it was really, really good to see. Very, very ensuring.
Yeah, kind of on that same thread, you guys were really balanced as far as run pass goes. Kind of how were you able to do that? And haven't really been able to do much of that this year. So just kind of, what's your thoughts about just being balanced on offense there?
Yeah, I think having a bye week, like I said, I shouldn't say going back to the basics, but just simplifying some things. And I thought Davin did a tremendous job of finding his receivers making catches. And then, like I said, Latrell found some holes, in the run game. So I don't know if we did anything like just completely different or change. We just executed in some spots, found the holes, caught the ball. So we was able to, have a balanced attack. By the end of the day, I thought we should have had more points too. We were in the black zone one time, got out the black zone. I talked about the black zone. It was on a -2, and then we get it, like to the 46, and then we fumble it. We moved the ball there. And then it was a time that Dre had caught a big catch, and they called basically a legal man downfield, illegal touching. So we were moving the ball, and I thought we should have scored a little bit more. But I did think the offense was more efficient, this game. But credit to Davin. I think it was one of his better games that he had as well. And those receivers catching the ball, so it was a good game.
Coach, speaking of receivers, it just seems like Owen Dupree, the tighter the window, the more defenders, the greater the catches the last 3 weeks.
Yeah. Owen's a really good player for us, and he's kind of dang on, really showing it now the last 2 weeks, man. And it's something that I've seen. I've seen that for Owen since he was at Mercer. I was a DC. He came over there on the scout team. I said, like, this kid don't need to be over here, as a true freshman, So I got a chance to really dang on witness, Owen's maturation, man. And he's a completely different person from what he was when he first started to now, but still a really good player. And I'm glad that he's, gaining some confidence. Him and Davin are getting some confidence together, and he's one of the best route runners I think we have, man. And he's doing a really good job, and I hope he keeps it up, of course. But I'll be honest, man, I think another guy that don't get a lot of credit sometimes is Jordan Dees, man. Jordan Dees makes some huge catches for us. He made the huge catch at the end of the game, so we can then run the clock out, man. But you throw it around Jordan's going to catch it. So I'm proud of him as well. Like I said, Davin's finding them, and they're making good plays for him. And I hope we keep that up.
Any early thoughts about Utah Tech on Saturday?
Yeah, man. I don't want to say trap game, but that's a trap game now. I think Utah Tech, man, is a good ball club. Same thing, man. Their record does not indicate how well they have, played. they're in every game. I think they were tight with Talton, going into halftime. Last week I think the score might have been 14-7 or 14-10 going into the fourth quarter with Abilene. I think they do a good job of coaching their kids. I think schematically, I think they do some good things offensively. They do some good things defensively as well. Those kids play hard, So we got to do a good job. We got to have a great week of preparation, and then we got to do a great job of executing on Saturday because they'll come in here, trying to get a dang on win, get this thing started for them. But they're a good ball club, and like I said, their record does not indicate who they are.
Coach, from last year to this year, obviously second year in D1, you got a chance to end the season with 8 wins here, so that's got to make you proud of just kind of what you've been able to do here and what your guys have been able to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to end the season 1-0. But man, I tell you what, man, I am extremely proud of our young men in that locker room, man. Just the buy-in that those guys have, the camaraderie that they have, the resilience that they have. I can't speak more highly of those guys, man. I'm just extremely proud of them. I want them to finish. I think that's important. 7 wins is good, but 8 sounds better. And then, I want to put our seniors out, the right way. We're going to have about 23 guys that's going to walk before the game, and I want to send those guys out the right way, man, because they have really put the work in, and just extremely proud of my team, and this is just a start. I feel like we got some young guys that be really, really good if we can, keep them and all that good stuff, man. But this is just a start, man. I think West Georgia has a bright future ahead of it, and I'm excited about that journey.
Very good. All right, Coach, we're good.